Talk podcast. As always, I'm here with the one and only Carl Fransen. My name is Stuart Crawford. And Carl, you got something rather unique to show us today. What's going on with you? Right? It's been 2 weeks since we chatted last. What's going on with you? You've got some significant nature happening. I'll say that.
Significant natural developments.
That's look at it.
That's a little double entendre right there, Stuart. You know what? For the past 2 weeks, I was basically in my home office, which basically constitutes a couch, a nice raising table for my mouse, and me just laying down on the couch and working for 8 hours a day. And it was comfortable. I got the pillows structured the right way underneath my knees, on my back. I got my food, my drink, everything onto my side, and it was nice. But I think that something started happening. Like, my mental health started degrading a little bit. Like, basically, when my son left for school in the morning, I said, hey, Max, I'll see you later. Have a good day at school. And then he'll come back around 3, 4 o'clock from school. I'm still on the couch doing exactly the same thing. And he just looked at me going, Dad, we're on the couch all day. And as his mentor, as his guide, I really couldn't say no. It's like, yeah, I've been on the couch all day, but I have been working. I have not been binge watching Netflix. So,
if you haven't been watching Netflix, you'll be watching The Social Dilemma. By the way, we'll talk more about that in a second.
Really? I'm more. I just got into Modern Family just recently. It's kind of cool.
We'll talk about the Social Dilemma movie in a second. Carry on. Anyway, so you're sitting on your sofa. Your son says, Dad, have you been sitting on the sofa all day? And you're going, no, I haven't been binge watching TV. I've been actually.
Exactly. So I said, you know what? I'm going to basically break the mold for a little bit and plot myself someplace else. And I can go to a cafe if I wanted to, absolutely. But the thing is, let's push the envelope a little bit. So I'm going to basically, let's drop the curtain for a second. Click on Apply Background Effects, click on No, and Apply. I am now actually in the middle of a city in old growth forests right now. Next, just want to put it this way, next to a lake. And if I just bear with me sort of thing, so I walk over here, and I'm completely tethered on my phone. There's some old dudes on a wharf right here, sailing model boats next to a Canadian geese, next to a small island. And I'm right in the middle of a city. And surrounded by old growth forests. I got a bench over there if I kind of get tired. And the water is literally right there. I can actually walk down, and it's a basically a freshwater lake.
We don't need to see that.
Yes, you do, because I'm living it right now. But the thing is,
that's great. That's great. That's the way. Isn't that the way we're supposed to live?
Yes, absolutely. In trees in old growth forests. And now, the cons about this is my butt's a little bit sore. I just basically bring a little chair in my car, and my battery lasts maybe only 4 or 5 hours. But beyond that, that's 4 to 5 hours working at full tilt, having access to video, collaboration, communication, sharing files, and video conferencing. I'm doing a podcast in an old growth forest right now, tethered to my phone on LTE.
And both of us are on different parts of the continent too.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. You are in the south. I'm northwest.
I'm in the southeast. Don't let the great background fool you. I am actually not in Calgary on the Lionsgate Bridge. I am in southern or central Florida, where it's beautiful out. And I said, Carl, that it got cold here.
Huh.
I almost had to put socks on.
Look, it's it's October 2nd right now. I'm in a t-shirt right here, enjoying nature in an old growth forest in the middle of a city.
Enjoy it for a while. Enjoy it because pretty soon the rainy season will start, and it'll rain for 7 months straight.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind that one little bit. Better than minus 40. But I'm going to say this.
And the smoke's gone, at least, anyways.
The smoke is gone. It's slightly overcast right now. It's around 20 degrees outside here. And there is nothing I can't do right here, sitting next to this basically my back is against this tree right here, and I'm able to, like this morning, I'm actually working on different cut sheets for my sales staff to present online to our new clients to be. I had 2 meetings already with a bunch of them, in a conference where I'm able to say, here is the next iteration of this cut sheet. And I've had 3 phone calls. It's just a regular work day, but I'm
Mhm.
in a freaking forest, fully operational, just as productive.
That's the way
And
it's supposed to be.
yeah, and if I get hungry, I can walk like 5, like maybe 2 minutes that way. There's cafes, restaurants, and even a supermarket. I get whatever food I want to.
So, Carl, it
So
looks like you are living the mobility dream.
this is a real life example of what everyone should be doing. You know those fake picture behind you of downtown Calgary? I almost feel sorry for the developers who spent hundreds of millions of dollars building a building that would last for 100 years. 100, I don't know
Yeah,
how long those buildings last for,
and they'll
but
sit
the thing
empty, and
is,
they're going to sit empty and they're going to sit empty for years.
they're going to sit empty for years. But the thing is, there's no more need to actually go there. If you would ask me right now to pick this, there's actually a bunch of Canadian geese next to the water over there versus a building. For me, it's an absolutely no-brainer. In fact, I can push a button right now, and wouldn't it be cool to actually do a business meeting while you're in a forest conducting this meeting in front of clients who are in stuffy suit and ties and saying, "You could be me. You could do this." Dudes,
Well, I think I'd rather be on some Caribbean island with a cocktail and a cigar doing the exact same work. But to each their own. You're more
absolutely,
of a
absolutely,
you're more of a nature person. I'm more of a cigar and bourbon kind of person.
absolutely. And you know what? I
But you
bet
can
the
still do that.
biggest, yeah, the biggest
You can
problem
still
is,
do that.
yeah, does your work suffer? No. I
No,
have
not at all.
access to every single service that a traditional on-prem, old-fashioned business would have, but
Hmm.
on nature.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So you know what?
Exactly.
Basically, a lot of people are talking about mental health as well. I am.
Oh, let's talk about mental health because that's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject, isn't it? But where do you go on vacation? Where do you go outside the city? In most cases, you take
Hmm.
walks in a park. You
Yeah.
socialize in parks. You get out of like the hustle and bustle of the big city. Right now. I'm actually in the middle of a big city, and
Yeah.
I am
Oh,
relaxed, normal.
Nanaimo's not that big of a city.
100,000. It broke 100,000,
It's a,
so it's a
it's a good
big-ish
size.
city.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a no it's a good size small city.
it's a classify whatever way you want, but at the end of the day, I could be downtown Calgary. I could be downtown Nanaimo. I could be in a park like this, and I would take living instead of looking at a picture of my last vacation to the mountains. I can actually be in the mountains in a comfortable seat, working as if I'm in the office, doing everything that I normally would do with all the natural interruptions. Like right now, according to Teams, I have one guy trying to talk with me right now. My wife just tried to phone me around 5 minutes ago, which I picked up, and I had a conversation with her on the phone. It is
Hmm.
just like working in the office. Water cooler is basically just across the street.
But you have your phone system integrated with Teams now, right?
Basically, it's hooking up. Actually, yes. So yeah, that's the cool thing. So basically, right now, my laptop is tethered to my phone, and I'm basically using LTE. I have an unlimited data plan, so no big worries. But also, my phone and my laptop both have cell numbers attached onto them. So
Hmm.
if I lose my phone, oh well, darn, I lost $1,000 phone. That's a capital cost. But all calls would now go to any device I log into. If I have a tablet, if I have my desktop, if I have my laptop, I'm able to make cell phone calls and receive cell phone calls from a device. It's completely agnostic
Yeah.
anymore. You can kill all the handsets. I got this headset right here, Bluetooth right to my laptop, and guess what? I now have a full phone system. That's another thing that's going obsolete. Phone systems, headsets, conferencing things. Pretty soon, not gonna be needed anymore. I have my full office here.
In the forest, inside your big small city.
Yes, and
So, I'm gonna say something that we haven't said in a while.
okay. Oh, the new normal. We can say
You
that.
are living the new normal.
I am the embodiment of the new normal, and I can reach out right here, pick up this little acorn nut sort of thing that a squirrel's done, and that is now my new office. I embody the new normal, and
So your office mates now are squirrels and chipmunks.
pretty much. And sometimes I take them over other people as well.
And the odd
That
Canadian and the odd flock of Canadian geese.
yeah, looks like they moved away. Looks like they're over there right now, next to their own little private island. So absolutely,
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
there is nothing. Yes, exactly. You know, I think
So
the biggest thing right now is just the mindset that this can't be done. Or,
how does this typical business move in that direction?
call me. I'll tell you how I did it. That's all it is. It first starts with a CEO, the head guy, person who's actually dreaming how they want to run the corporation. How do I control my employees? I want to know if they're still working. I want to know if they're not goofing off watching YouTube videos. And guess what? The minute you turn your back, they could be goofing off watching YouTube videos. You just don't know about it. How do I set the proper KPIs? How do I basically get the right tech? What's best yet? How do I get the right technology in so I can actually do this? And here's something that's really interesting. Did you know that CTech's working on a new product right now that going to fish it out? What if I said this? This is my cell phone right here. It's a Samsung 8S sort of thing. What if this is going to be coming out hopefully next month? Is that I'm able to run high-end CAD CAM auto task digital imaging rendering models on my cell phone projected onto my screen. Now, just take a step back, what that actually really means. No more need for high-end desktops, no need for workstations. You can take your cell phone, plop it down into that charger, dock it onto a monitor, and run your entire desktop, regardless of what it is, specialized applications, customized sort of things, whatever you have in your business, effectively from your cell phone. No more desktops. No more laptops. Yep. So we're doing a proof of concept of that. I think next month, October, November timeframe, and that'll be a kind of another feather in our arsenal of being different than everybody else. We're fully engaging in this new technology so that our customers can honestly, like COVID times, our hospitality are dropping like flies. It's terrible. The oil and gas supply chain completely dried up. And the only thing they're screaming for right now is I gotta be more competitive, I gotta be more efficient, I gotta lower my costs down. And that's exactly what we're doing right now for our clients. It's gonna be epic.
Sounds like it sounds like you got it figured out, Carl. So what? back to back to the regular the oil and gas company downtown Calgary. Is this something that they can take advantage of?
Absolutely. Look at it this way: the capital costs for any corporation, be it oil, gas, or whatnot, are killing it right now. What if you actually had office space? What if you're actually paying for a parking spot? What if you had like desktops you had to manage? Or what's even worse, you had a server room and with servers to take care of. And
Yeah.
then you had janitorial. Then you had all of these capital costs that are basically eating into your bottom line. And right now you think you can't get rid of them. I have one of my clients who basically leased out this office space southeast next to like the Capitol Bridge, and they're paying
Yeah.
$20,000 a month for this office space. It can hold 50, 60 employees. It's got TerraGo in there. It's got the server room. It's got all the desks, all that. And we came in there 2 months ago, and we sent everybody home. We gave
Hmm.
them the modern workplace, and they realized, hold on a second, we can now save $20,000 a month because CTech gave us this technology to allow us to do it.
Yeah.
And now, is this one of the companies that's going to succeed? Definitely, because if you can save what 240,000, nearly $250,000 just on rent alone, and then reduce the time it takes to commute to the office, and yet give the employees the ability to do this, it almost becomes a no-brainer. So back to your question with oil and gas firms, dude, we can get rid of all their rent, all their parking spots, all their desktops, all their laptops, and actually have them use home devices just as effectively as they're actually working in the office. The amount of
Sounds
savings
cool.
we generate. But the thing is, it's not only savings, it's the ability to do more, be more efficient, be more competitive, to collaborate, to communicate, to share those documents, to be able to dynamically share ideas, become knowledge workers. You immediately have a stronger corporation, a more effective corporation that can actually weather the COVID times we're having right now.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all about right now. We focus on this for the past 5 months, since April, May. We focus on this one task alone, and now we're taking it to market. It's
Awesome.
amazing.
Awesome, Carl. Hey, you are the embodiment of the new normal.
Yes, yeah, and it always came down to when you walk the walk, you talk the talk, you gotta prove it.
Yeah.
And every client meeting I'm going to be doing, I'll be doing it hopefully 5 minutes in an old growth forest. And the only thing I'm going to basically bring right now is a chair. That's
Hmm.
all that I need. And then I can prove to them that I can work just as effectively and efficiently as I was at the old fashioned desk in a very expensive, overpriced office while I fight with other traffic for that one parking spot and make them a better company. Loving it, man.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I'm right behind you. I'd just probably be doing it from another coast. That's all.
Yeah.
No.
And actually, during COVID, weren't you basically working from home?
I've been working from home for the last 4 weeks because I've been taking care of an injured housemate.
Like you should. And
Yes.
no,
And then,
guess
you know
what?
what? And actually, you know what? In all fairness,
Yep.
I don't know if ever want to go back in the office.
Uh,
I think
dude,
I'm happier. I think I'm happier working from home.
happier from here?
Well, even just here with my fake background.
Exactly.
Over my left shoulder, I have my lanai. It's
Yeah.
cool enough here in Central Florida now, like that I can sit out there all day and work.
Yep.
And
I'm a,
so, yeah, why not? I mean, I just prefer. I'm actually thinking now that the rainy season's kind of moving out and we're not getting the afternoon torrential downpours
yeah,
that
or
we used to
hurricanes.
get, I'm thinking about taking my whole iMac system and putting a desk in the lanai,
Why
and because
not?
it's all one unit, right? So I can
Yeah.
just because the performance of my desktop is much better than my laptop. Even though I have a MacBook Pro, I like my wireless keyboard. I don't know if you can see it, but and
Throw your
my
background on.
but I do like this system. So
Mm-hmm.
I may just do that.
Why not? And look at it this way. If I was going to invest into a house, I'd have a sunroom. I would have basically a room. I'm gonna put some plants in there. I'm gonna put a nice couch in there, and I'll be able to work in there when it rains, keeping warm. If it snows, doesn't matter. I'm able to basically create a space that works for my personality in whatever sense I want and stay productive.
I can guarantee you this, Carl, in May of 2021 or 2022, I think it's 2021 now, or 2022, I will not be renewing my lease.
Yeah, and now look at the ramifications of that, and look behind you, like we said beforehand. Every landlord out there that thinks that they need high-speed internet into their buildings to give a good impression to clients, or to have all your some old guy called them foot soldiers lined up at their desks, so you know that they're working and you know that they're being productive. Those clients, those landlords, they're going away with the dinosaurs. I have no need to ever go back to downtown unless a traditional client calls me down there.
Yeah.
And my techs have no need to work on servers anymore, physically, because they're all up in the modern workplace, or what we call the cloud. And they're more secure, they're more efficient, they're more elastic. You pay for what you use, and you can run a business any way you want to.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
Another great lesson learned from the man, the myth, the legend, the beachcomber himself.
Beachcombers, man, that's an old show. Relic and Nick Adonis, I love that. The Persephone.
Yeah. Us old guys know that. It's kind of like
CBC.
It's kind of like King of Kensington.
Nice. Yeah, look at this.
I'm not talking about Kensington and Calgary. I think King of Kensington was actually the Kensington in Toronto. So.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I need right now? Just beyond the geek, I need an Ewok to pop out of that tree over there with the spears at Chihuahua.
There you go. I have no idea what that is, but I think it's a Star Trek thing.
Star Wars. Jedi, dude.
Okay, gotcha. Not my thing. Not my thing.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
Always great to catch up with you here on the Calgary Tech Talk podcast. We're going to have to come up with a different name now, though, since you and I physically aren't in Calgary.
Exactly. But you know what? With modern workplace, it doesn't matter where you are. For our clients, I'm running a multi-million-dollar IT company from an old-growth forest
in a small, large city.
In a small, large city, as effectively as I would for my house in Calgary. Probably even more effectively. They now have this.
There you go.
Life
and I got
awesome.
and I have a Chihuahua barking in the background.
I got squirrels.
Oh.
Someplace.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Life
is up there maybe. See.
Somewhere up there. I'm envious because I do like British Columbia. All right, Carl. Always good to catch up with you. My name's Stuart Crawford. Carl Fransen here on the Calgary Tech Talk podcast. Tune back in 2 weeks' time where we find some other thing to blab about for 30 minutes. Carl,
take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.